We are just about 10 miles south of downtown. You get a look inside NRG Stadium in Houston, the home of the Texans. Tonight on Sunday Night Primetime, it's the Philadelphia Eagles and the Houston Texans. With Greg Olson, I'm Mike Tirico, and this is Spencer Schrader to get things rolling. Off we go on Sunday Night Football. And this will not be returned. It's an opening touchback. From the 35, it's 1st and 10.
180, 180.
First carry for Saquon Barkley. A nice pickup moving it across the 40. We'll give him 6 on that play.
It's a pickup of 6. Brings up 2nd and 4 at the 41-yard line.
From the 41. Here's 2nd down and 4. A shotgun snap now to Hurts. That's complete to his big tight end. Dallas got it. And he'll be forced out of bounds. They get 19 on that pass play. 1st down, Philadelphia.
Just a really nice, simple play design. Just get the ball to one of your playmakers on an underneath crossing route, and he does the rest to secure a nice gain. That's just good, simple execution.
On 1st and 10, it's Hurts. This one is complete along the sideline. A very nice job to fit that ball in. It'll be a modest gain.
Now listen, I'm going to give the guy credit. It was a really nice catch, keeping his feet inbounds along the sidelines. It just doesn't amount to much in the grand scheme of things.
Here's a 2nd down and 7 from the 37. Operating from the gun, here's Hurts. He's got it at the 7, and he will get into the end zone. A.J. Brown. Touchdown, Philadelphia. His 6th touchdown now for the season. Jake Elliott now for the extra point. He knocks it through. And the Eagles will take a 7-0 lead.
7, Texans 0. Jake Elliott to kick off for Philadelphia.
So following the score, here comes Elliott to kick this one away. That ball going to hop into the end zone. It's a touchback that will come out to the 20-yard line. The drive begins at the 20. Here's 1st and 10. On the ground, here's the rookie out of Arkansas. And he'll get nothing here. Back to the line of scrimmage, and that's all.
So everything this defense talks about, Mike, is creating negative plays. It's one of the best run defenses in football. Everything is about suffocating you at the line of scrimmage, make you work for everything you get.
They'll stick with him again. He'll take this ahead. It's a pickup of 3. That's John Campbell getting in there to make the play.
It's a gain of 4. Makes it 3rd and 7.
Got to get it to the 30. Here comes third down. Now Stroud. That is caught. He got Godwin. That catch number 40 on the season for him.
And this is what you can do when you have one of the best receivers in the game. You understand that even if the coverage is not perfect for the play call, sometimes it's just as simple as my guy is better than your guy, and we're going to just keep giving him a chance.
And he's going to be brought down up past the 45. Give him 12 on that one. They are on the march. Another first down.
Here we go.
That's thrown quickly, taken in by Godwin. And he's going to have just a couple here, but there is a marker on the field as well. From the shotgun, C.J. Stroud. And he just does get that one away. He was being chased down, forced the awkward throw. And maybe he's fortunate that all it is an incompletion.
Here we go.
Second down throw for Stroud. A toss, left side, caught by his running back.
You can see the eyes of the quarterback. He's trying to push this ball initially downfield, but with the defense doing a good job keeping a lid on the coverage, he's forced to check this ball down to the shallow route. But this is something that they know in the future. If I need a couple yards, they can come back to this play.
And that is incomplete.
Great pass rushers live for third down, especially when they know the offense has to be one-dimensional. And this is a great example here, Mike. They can just pin their ears back and go. They know there is no threat for run. It is a must-pass situation, and for this offense, they're lucky it didn't result in a sack.
I hit that a little too well. Lands a couple of yards in the end zone for a touchdown. On the ground, it's Barkley to start the drive. And he's going to be taken down on the other side of the 50-yard line. It is a big play for the Eagles. 31 yards.
Well, that's how you get a drive started. A big play here in the run game, and you have to imagine this is something we're going to continue to see. Success early in the drive typically results in success.
Saquon Barkley! And he will get into the end zone! Saquon Barkley, touchdown Eagles! And that is touchdown number 25 on the year. The extra point by Elliott is good. And the Eagles will extend their first quarter lead. It's now 14-0. So following the score, here comes Elliott to kick this one away. And he will sit on it here in the end zone for a touchback.
The Texans take over 1st and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
They'll begin here on the ground. A nice pickup, moving it across the 40. We'll give them 6 on that play.
Second down at the 41. A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4.
Here comes 2nd and 4.
Here we go.
Stroud quickly out to Collins. And they'll get him down after a gain of 5, but that is enough for a first down.
One of the easiest ways to negate these really good pass rushes in the NFL, Mike, is just to simply get the ball out of the quarterback's hand as fast as possible. And sometimes it's by design, sometimes it's based on need. But a really nice job there by the quarterback, getting into the hands of his receiver, and then see what he can do after the catch.
So we are through one here on Sunday Night Primetime. It's the Eagles with the early advantage. More from Houston coming up in a moment. From the 48-yard line, here's 2nd and 9. From the gun, here's Stroud. That one to the sideline and incomplete, and a penalty flag now comes in late. Maybe no receiver in the area on that one. The task now, a really tough one. 3rd and very long. Stroud gonna set up to throw. Throwing it right into the hands of his running back. And he'll be out of bounds, well short of the line to gain. And that'll set up 4th down.
I think this is one of those plays that when the ball carrier watches this back in the film room tomorrow, he's going to be a little frustrated with himself. If he could just have made that one guy miss, he picks up the first down. Instead, he gets brought down short of the sticks, and now they got a 4th down decision to make.
That is incomplete. They couldn't get the connection on 4th. Going to give the ball over on down.
Turnover on down.
So I'm not sure if this is miscommunication or just bad execution, but either way, this is a ball that just needs to be completed. I mean, it's 4th down, money moment. You've got to be good in these critical situations, and when there's opportunities for plays to be made, you got to make them.
That'll be caught left side. It's Goddard. And he's out of bounds inside the 45-yard line.
That's good.
12 yards on the game. That's good for a quick first down.
A gain of 12.
I always think you can tell pretty quickly how comfortable a quarterback is in their offense, Mike, by how fast they work through their progression and get the ball to their check down underneath. And in this case, with the depth of the defense, a lot of space in the short game, get them the ball, pick up the first down.
63.
To throw on 2nd down is Hurts. Just trying to avoid the rush there. He's hit as he threw, and the pass is incomplete.
They got there in a hurry, didn't they, Mike? I mean, luckily for him, he saw that free rusher coming, and at the very least was able to get that ball out to prevent the sack.
Trimmer. Alpha.
On 3rd down, it's Hurts. And that one's incomplete. They really ratcheted up the coverage there, and they force 4th down.
I think as the offense comes to the sideline now, the quarterback and his wide receivers need to get together and say, hey, guys, what are you seeing out there? How can we find some open targets? Because on that last down, there was nowhere to go with the ball.
Elliott's pick is good. And the Eagles stake themselves to a 17-0 lead.
And this is what you want. I mean, you clearly have the advantage, but you want to continue to apply pressure. Can you score every time you get the ball? They're able to do that here. They tack on 3 and extend their lead.
And no chance to return this one through the end zone for a touchback.
35-yard line.
Love it. All right.
Drive will start on the ground. And he'll wind up getting about 4 before he's shown the sideline.
So this team finds themselves now in a little bit of a tricky situation here, Mike. If they don't find a way to start sustaining some of these drives and come away with points, all of a sudden you're trailing by double digits in the second half. You become very one-dimensional, you become very pass-heavy, and that's certainly not how any team in the NFL wants to play. And while that run wasn't anything really to write home about, what it allows them to do, Mike, is keep everything in the playbook at their disposal. 3rd and short. Now it's up to these coaches to dial up their best short yardage play and extend this drive.
Here we go. 18. What's that?
From the gun here on 3rd down, it's Stroud. He's got his man. That's goal. First time he's caught a ball here tonight, and it is good for a 1st down.
And the Texans, 1st down.
Here we go.
1st and 10 at the 45-yard line.
Now, Stroud. No one open. He'll drop it to his running back.
A bit of a quick hitter here, and what you're hoping for, Mike, is that the defense can't react quickly enough because the ball's coming out so hot. But they knew it was coming, and they end up holding them to just a short gain.
Up the middle they go. And not much there. He's back to the original line. No gain on that one.
Well, this play, Mike, was clearly about the job of this defensive line. Great job holding their ground, forcing these blockers to be stood up. Nowhere to go for this running back, and they hold him to no gain.
He'll go right and find his running back. He's going to have the 1st down. So they convert on 3rd down with a pickup of 9.
1st and 10 at the 29-yard line.
2 minutes to go here till halftime. Greg and I back from Houston in a moment. A fresh set of downs to work with. It is 1st down and 10.
Here we go. 18.
Back to throw. Stroud. Trying the right side. Taken in by Collins. And that'll be good for a gain of about 4 as he is forced out of bounds. Here's 2nd and 6.
A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6.
To throw, it's Stroud. Crush, it's incomplete. He did get the pass off, but he got drilled before he let it go.
I think he knew in the back of his head, Mike, he had to get rid of this ball a little sooner than he would have liked. And with that pressure getting there in a hurry, just ends up being a wasted down.
18. What's that?
Throwing is Stroud. Short pass taken in by the tight end. First time they've looked his way tonight. Good time to do it. It's a 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 14-yard line.
Here we go. 19 Texans. Tony.
Here's Stroud. A dive and a catch. Incredible. That's his 3rd catch of this 1st half and good enough for a 1st down.
And that's what you call being fearless, going over the middle. That's not everybody's cup of tea in this league, Mike. Some guys love to operate outside the numbers, and some guys understand their role is in the middle of the field. And not only to make that catch, but to do it laying out. That's a big-time play to secure that one.
And he gets to the outside and takes it in. Touchdown, Texans. So the Eagles use their 1st timeout here as the clock stops with 46 seconds remaining in the 1st half. Well, that is a step in the right direction, finding the end zone. I don't know, Greg, could this be building some momentum for these guys, and that's important before halftime?
Absolutely, and I think the biggest thing this coach is trying to get across right now on the sideline, Mike, is let's just cut into this lead, and let's make it a 1-score game at half. So they still got some work to do, but if they can go into halftime, regroup, catch their breath, just keep it close, give yourself a fighting chance here out of the break.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
Hurts to the air on 1st down. A man coming across the field, he's got it. And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield.
44-yard gain on the play. 1st down, Philadelphia.
On 1st down, it's Hurts. Moving outside the pocket. And he'll just get rid of this. Smart play to throw it away. And that'll set up 2nd down.
Nice example there, Mike, of the quarterback just being smart with the ball, understanding it didn't quite develop the way he had intended. Throw that ball out of harm's way, live to play another down.
On second down, Hurts. He'll get that out to Barkley. And he is out of bounds at the 31-yard line. Pick up of 11 yards on that one. Good for an Eagles first down.
Anytime you have a running back like this, it's more about just how many ways can you get the ball in his hand. He's had a great game today so far on the ground. Now they're starting to find ways to get him the ball through the air, and that is a handful for any defense.
Under pressure, and he'll go down. They got him. Here's a timeout for Philadelphia. That is their second, as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in the opening half.
If you're going to take a sack, you just can't add to it by taking such a massive loss on top of it. Understand when the pocket breaks down, move up, cut your losses. Now, not only do you lose that down, now you face a big uphill battle if you want to extend this drive.
That will make third down a little more manageable. Good yardage gained on that one.
He's tackled at the 32-yard line. It's a gain of 11.
Now the Eagles will use the last of their timeouts and talk things over before third down. Here's Jake Elliott now to try the field goal. This one from just under 50 yards. He is 2 for 2. That kick is good. We have hit halftime. Going to take a quick break, come back, second half of action. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Jake Elliott to kick off for Philadelphia.
First half played out a bit as we expected. We'll see if there's a surprise coming up. Both teams set to go, and the second half is underway.
Oh, ready? 18, what's that?
Here's a run to begin this third quarter. And he's going to be brought down up past the 45. That one good for a dozen. And a very quick first down.
Finding yourself down here, multiple scores in the second half. The defense is going to give you some friendly run looks. So don't be afraid to mix it in there. But if you're going to find yourself coming back from this deficit, you're going to have to do it primarily through the air with just a little bit of mix of the run.
Finds room inside the 40. Oh, what a run. Down inside the 30-yard line. And another first down and another big gainer. This time 23 yards. They'll stay on the ground. Again, he finds an opening. And he will score! Touchdown, Houston. That is second touchdown of the game. And 17 for the season. Greg, sometimes we say it too often. That was an important drive. That one really felt important for them to edge a little bit closer.
Yeah, now the question is, Mike, the offense does their job, but can the defense get a stop? They've got to continue to get the ball back to their offense. Let them build on that previous drive, because they've still got some work to do.
The score, Eagles 20, Texans 14.
The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away.
Will Shipley on the return. The Eagles take over first and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
They'll start on the ground with Barkley. And wow, tough to bring down that time. Surging forward for a pickup of 6. Second down.
This just shows why you can't count on just one guy to take him down. He's a powerful enough runner. You gotta have guys coming in support when that first hit is made. It takes a team effort to stop him, especially once he gets going.
Now Jalen Hurts on second down. That's going to be intercepted. Picked off by Kamari Lassiter. And he is going to bring this one back. A DB's dream. A pick 6 for touchdown. And we have a tie game. What a big turnaround. The defense comes up with the score to square the game, and they're an extra point away from taking the lead.
This defense took the field, Mike, saying we've got to get the ball back to our offense, give them a chance to tie this up. Well, they didn't even need their offense to take the field. They did it all themselves, and as you said, they're an extra point away from taking the lead.
Here comes Will Shipley on the return. He'll get this past the 20 before he's brought down shy of the 25-yard line.
Eagles take over first and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
So here's a first and 10 now. They'll start from the 24. Operating from the gun, here's Hurts. That's caught left side by Goddard. And he's got it to the 35-yard line.
And the Eagles first down.
They run out of the gun with Barkley. And he'll take this up past the 40. A pickup of 5.
Taken down at the 41. It's a pickup of 6. Brings up second and 4.
They'll work now on second and 4. From the shotgun, it's Hurts. That'll be taken in by Barkley. And it'll be a short pickup that's not enough for the first down.
Defensive coordinators preach all the time, play pass defense with vision. It's exactly the case here. They're able to rally to the ball, keep that to a short game.
He'll try to run here with Barkley. And he will convert. Good job there. Drive continues at the 48.
A gain of 3 yards.
On first and 10, it's Hurts. Got an open downfield on the crossing route. And they're going to be set up in the red zone. They got it inside the 50.
First down.
A big play and a much-needed one as well. 38 yards. A first down throw for Hurts. A pass caught by Saquon. And he'll get about 8 on that one. Most of it coming after the catch. It's second down.
We tend to make NFL offense very complicated, Mike, but sometimes it's as simple as this. Get the ball into the hands of your playmakers and just let them do the rest.
Now Barkley. And he is going the wrong way. Tackled back at the 7. They're down and 3. A shotgun snap now to Hurts. He pulls it in around the 5. And this is going to set him up for first and goal. Mark him out of bounds at the 4.
Nothing really fancy about that last completion, but what it does do, Mike, is now they are on the doorstep of the end zone. So now they've got to find a way to finish this long drive with a touchdown.
From the 4-yard line, trying to punch it in. First down and goal. Barkley is into the end zone for an Eagle touchdown.
Make no mistake about it, he may get the glory, but that does not happen without unbelievable blocking up front. So let's give the big guys all the credit in the world. He's able to displace the defense right there at the point of attack, and that's about as easy a goal line touchdown as you're going to see all year.
And that is incomplete. Two-point conversion attempt winds up being unsuccessful. So following the score, here comes Elliott to kick this one away. This will be returned from the 6. And he'll work this one past the 25 to right about the 28-yard line.
South. Here we go. 18.
Into the secondary, past the 40. And he's going to be taken down on the other side of the 50-yard line. An ideal beginning to this drive. 24 on the first play.
Big hole up the middle. The interior of this offensive line did a great job clearing some space. The back saw it quick, and he hit it. And next thing you know, he was in the secondary for a big pickup.
Look at high. Ow, tonight. Swat. Tonight.
Off the play fake. Here's Stroud. Forced out wide. And he did a pretty good job there to get back to the line of scrimmage as he's chased out of bounds.
Just getting anything out of that one, I think, is a positive. It looked like he might have to throw it away early. Instead, he pulls it down. He winds up picking up a yard.
18.
So, 3 quarters now in the books. And Sunday Night Primetime continues after this. Ball on the 47-yard line. Here's second down and 9. Throwing from the pistol, Stroud. Looking for his tight end on the corner route. He's got it. And he's into the end zone. And they are making it look easy. Touchdown, Texans. What a game this has been. Back and forth we go. And that fourth quarter score changes the lead one more time.
And we've seen the lead go back and forth, Mike, and now the question is, can they get a stop? Can they find a way defensively to hang on to this lead and get themselves this big win?
Oh, they got the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked up by Cooper DeJean.
Texans 27, Eagles 26.
So now playing with the lead after that fourth quarter touchdown. Time to kick it back the other way. The return team going to let that one go. It'll go through the end zone. It's a touchback.
At their own 35-yard line.
Hey, Silver. Don't touch it. Hey, Carl Getty.
On first down, it's Hurts. Moving to his right. Looking down the field there, but it falls incomplete. Devontae Smith, the intended receiver, and it'll bring up second down.
It's been a bit of a pedestrian game for this quarterback and ultimately this passing game here today, Mike, and I know they all would have loved to connect on that deep throw. I think that stat sheet would have looked a whole lot different, but just a little off from their execution and leads to an incompletion. Watching him throughout this game has been incredible, Mike. I mean, I've loved watching him perform. The reality is it just hasn't impacted the outcome of the game. It's really been a wasted individual effort unless they could somehow find a way to flip this thing around.
Big play coming up. This is third down.
Easy, 63.
To throw, Hurts. Oh, he's got a man. That's caught by Brown. He's going to have the first down. So they convert on third down with a pickup of 9.
First and 10 at the 49-yard line.
Throwing is Hurts. He'll throw it left and has his running back. And he'll be run out of bounds. That's a good gain on first down. They pick up 7 yards.
Great example of first down efficiency. You don't always have to go for the big play, but put yourself in a friendly second down. Now you have equal opportunity to both run and pass.
73! 73!
To throw on second down is Hurts. Little short pass here, caught by his tight end.
All right, so anytime you're facing the blitz, the best thing you can do as an offense is just get the ball out of your hand. Get into the hands of receiver, run after catch. In this case, nice job by the defense, rallying to the ball. Modest gain.
On third down, they'll go with Saquon. They'll mark him down there at the 33, but that is good enough. A run gives them a first down.
First down.
Hurts looking to throw on first down. Headed left, buying time. And he'll just get rid of this. Smart play to throw it away, and that'll set up second down.
They just have to be more creative with their route concepts, Mike. I mean, there's nobody open, nowhere to go with the ball, and quarterback's just forced to throw that one away.
A second down throw for Hurts. He's got the 2021 Heisman winner. That's Devontae Smith. And he's in! Devontae Smith. Touchdown, Philadelphia.
Well, it seems this game is kind of getting to the point, Mike, where it's defense optional. I mean, both these teams are really just having their way with their opponent. They're going up and down the field, and after this long touchdown, yes, this is great if you're a fantasy player, but it's not so great if you're a defensive coordinator. This is why film study is so important, Mike. It feels to me like the defense recognized that formation from during the week in practice. They knew exactly what was coming, and what's a critical play on that two-point try, defense is able to get a stop. Well, you could tell that the defense had seen that play on game tape, and they were ready for it. They tried to do a little jet sweep pop pass out of the gun. Defense was all over it. Nowhere to go, no gain.
What's up?
And he slips through an opening. Winds up getting about 8. That is past the 40-yard line.
At this point, we're going to need two hands to count for how many yards he's averaged in this one, Mike. But unfortunately, it just hasn't been enough to overcome the deficit here at this stage of the game.
Second down throw for Stroud. This one intercepted. Picked off by Quinyon Mitchell. And his offense is going to be all set up with a short field and a chance to extend their lead.
You know, for the good corners, Mike, they all share this certain mentality, right? It's bring it on. I want the best. I want the ball thrown in my direction. So anytime they get a chance to break up a play and silence an opposing offense, but man, when they get a chance to take one away and get their hands on it, that is what they live for.
He'll struggle to get back to the line of scrimmage. Maybe gets a yard out of that one. It's second down.
Brings up second and 9.
63.
Now Hurts. That'll be caught left side. It's Goddard. And they'll work this close to a first down, maybe just a tad short.
Makes it third and inches.
From out of the gun, they give it to Barkley. Oh, he didn't need much, but I don't think he got there. Gonna depend on the spot, but it looks like he is short.
It's fourth down.
And that is incomplete, but there is a flag down. It's fourth down, so this is a very big call. This is 1st and 10.
Here we go. 18. What's up?
on play action. Stroud. That's going to be incomplete. Coverage very stout there. That's going to bring up second down.
This is one of those situations that plays directly into the hands of the defense because think, Mike, they know this offense has to be one-dimensional. This has to be a pass. So what do? They bring in extra defensive backs. They clog up the back end. And at the end of the day, there's just nowhere for the offense to go with the ball.
That is hard. And he's into the end zone yet again. Touchdown, Houston. It is his third touchdown of the game. And 18 now on the season. They get the job done in the air. Greg, that is a play we see often. It's also a play we see work very often.
Mike, that vertical route, it puts a ton of pressure on the secondary.
That's going to be caught. They get the 2 points. Man, this could turn out to be important. The lead goes to 3 here in the fourth quarter. So now playing with the lead after that fourth quarter touchdown, trying to kick it back the other way. Here comes the return from a yard or 2 deep. He'll get this up to the 28-yard line. Nice place for the drive to start. Here's first down. They'll drop to throw. He'll get that out to Barkley. And he can't get away. They rally to the football defensively. Bring him down for no gain. That's Jalen Hurts on second down. A toss left side, caught by his running back. And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield. A gain there of 24 yards. First down, Philadelphia.
All right, this is a good start. Plays like these are definitely going to help as you work your way into scoring range. While you have to be wary of the clock and keep an eye on it, we should have plenty of time here to finish this drive.
And they will finally get him to the ground at the Texans' 9-yard line. It's a big play when they needed it the most. 39 yards.
Sometimes all it takes is that one key block to spring this back. He's just so good in open space. And, man, that was a heck of a run, and it sets up first and goal.
Here is first and goal.
Don't touch it. Don't touch it.
Here's Barkley. And that's a productive run. He gets this one down to the 4. Inside the 5, it is second and goal. Operating from the gun, here's Hurts. This one caught at the 4. And this is a touchdown. They were not going to be denied, and they have taken the lead here in the final minute of play. Elliott, good on the extra point. And the Eagles have taken a 4-point advantage. So the kickoff team out there one final time in the final minute as they kick it away. And they'll opt not to return this, but since the ball did hit in that landing zone, the ball only comes out to the 20-yard line. Here is first and 10. From the shotgun, C.J. Stroud. Oh, with that pressure there, he can't get a throwaway, and he's taken down. The Texans going to go ahead and use their first timeout here, and they'll stop it with 13 seconds left to play. Now, on second and long. They'll go play action with Stroud. And this is caught left sideline, but out of bounds, says the official. Incomplete. That ball a little late getting there. That's going to bring up third down.
So now after that last incompletion, this brings up a critical third down. But remember, Mike, they don't have to get it all here in one play. They've got third and fourth down. There's no punt. There's no kick. They've got to treat this like it's their final possession of the game, and they've got 2 downs to extend this drive.
Pretty good effort on that one. It will not be enough. It's going to bring up fourth down. So it's a win here for the visiting Eagles. And that's now 4 victories in a row as they continue to play as well as anyone in the NFL.